friendly disclaimer. We're not a medical advice. We do not subscribe to medical advice. We are sharing information to enhance your life, to enhance your mental health. And again, this is just a friendly disclaimer. Anything concerning our videos is not intended for medical professional. It does not replace our any medical professional advice. Please seek your medical professional team for anything concerning your mental health, physical health. Again, we are here for you.
Hey, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night. This is the Pit Stop. Welcome to the Pit Stop. We're glad to have you aboard. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to everybody. And you made it to hump day, to midweek already. And it's still September. We got some great things to talk to you about. Hey, Big Sister Margaret in the house tonight. Yeah. One of our biggest fans. I know she's waiting to see us. We're here and glad you're here, Big Sister Margaret, and everybody who is passing through tonight. We got a lot just a few minutes. We got a few minutes with you tonight, and we're going to check right in and we're going to check right out. Hopefully our check-in tonight will actually make your week better. And we've got, before we move on, we've got a friendly disclaimer for you. Today, it is 9/11. Thank you, Big Sister Margaret, for reminding us. It is post 9/11. And tonight, we are happy for our freedom. And we are, we are still discovering who we are in this here America and the world's over. 9/11 affected the entire world and is still affecting us. And we want to know how you feel about 9/11 tonight. It's a 9/11, it's a post 9/11 mental health check-in, and we're talking about age 18, freedom and discovery. What does it mean to you to be 18 in this post 9/11? And what does it mean to you not only to be 18, but to be an older person? How do you manage being in this post 9/11 era? 18 is an age of newfound freedom and discovery. But what does it mean to be old, and what affects your freedom the most? What does it mean to be old? What does it mean? What does it mean to you to be old? What does it mean to you to be older? I don't know. These days they're saying that some people think 18 is old. Some people think 25, 30 is old. But we're talking about what does aging mean to you in post 9/11, and what does freedom mean to you in this post 9/11. And we send big ups to all our veterans today, and the Gray family, and the Chappelle family, in the state of Virginia. A lot of amazing history concerning not just 9/11, but concerning just us as a people that's integrated into 9/11 in Alexandria. A lot of great history in New York, a lot of great history in Texas, and everywhere that has affected all of us post 9/11 and during 9/11. And we send big ups and love to all the troops, to those who are fighting for freedom in this country, those who died for freedom because of those freedom fighters. We big ups to you. We send big ups and much love to you. Huge love to you for taking the step to protect our country. And you're still protecting us in so many ways. Big ups to my baby daughter, Ariel, another amazing Shiro who protected this country Tiffany, my oldest daughter, who also protected this country. My sons, who are protecting this country. They have never been in the military, but they're still advocating to protect this country. All of our young people, for those of you who are advocating in so many different ways, we love you for taking the steps to advocate in some kind of way to protect our freedom in this here America. And for all the senior folks out there, the kings and the queens of veterans and in your family, we salute you and we love you like no other, as God does. And we thank you for really, not just being there, but also, just doing other things to protect this country and protect yourself. And there's a lot to be said, even in the protection factor. There's a lot to be said in the freedom factor. And before we move on, we're going to talk about that again. We are diving into excitement of being 18 and what does it mean again? Being 18 is the age of newfound freedom and discovery, but what does it mean to be old or older? What does it mean to you, and what affects your freedom the most being 18 and older? I'm just saying, right? And before we go on, just a friendly disclaimer: the information in our videos are not intended nor implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. All content, including graphics, images, and information contained in our videos, is for general information purposes and cannot and will not ever replace consultation with your own doctor and health professional. For that matter, we are here to enhance your journey, to enhance your wellness journey, to enhance your emotional journey, to enhance you as you, who you are, as that phenomenal being that you are. And yeah, we got some more phenomenal beings up in here on the JTI team. We've got none other than our host. Oh, just so you know, I am the Grand Queen, founder and host of the Just Stop It show. And this is our other piece, our mental health piece, the Pit Stop. And we've got our host, our other host, hotspot of the show, our Shannon Grace Chappelle, our own opulent one, the opulent one in the house tonight. Shannon. All right. And she'll be hollering at you in a little bit. There she is. She's hollering at you.
Here.
Hey, opulent one.
How are you?
Oh, we are good. We are good. Concerned about you. Happy Wednesday. It's been a day and a half for you.
Yes, I know. Busy week this week.
Absolutely. Listen, you in the trenches. I salute you, girl. You in the trenches, taking care of yourself. And
Yes.
you have veterans in your family. You all are
Yes.
amazing advocates. The whole Gray family. You know, the Gray way is amazing. I'm just saying, it's astounding, the Gray way. You guys are super resilient, because who's to say that any of us, all of our experiences are different, but who's to say that we could go through what other people go through? I just believe that God has given us all a measure of strength and courage and more to do what we do and to pass through, particularly in the healing process and the wellness process. You're great, opulent one. I got to tell you.
Thank you. Thank you. So are you.
You're absolutely awesome. Thank you. And that apple who doesn't fall far from this phenomenal tree, our very own Trayvon Wiz, our Trey Wiz in the house. Trayvon, our media producer. Hey, Trey. He's outside in the natural environment.
Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, he's out taking a walk.
Is that
Area,
the
so I'm getting a little
sunset?
exercise.
Yes,
It's
how are
a
you?
sunset.
Beautiful.
Look at that beautiful sunset.
You can't really think.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little.
Oh, I said that.
Yeah, you're breaking up a lot.
Yeah.
But we did get a glimpse of the sun, actually the sunset, which is phenomenal.
Yep. He's out
Our
there.
Trey Wiz, he's in the natural
trail.
environment tonight by the park. What's the park, Trey? We lost him there for a
Actually,
second.
ask my friend 1 second. Let me see.
Okay. Yes, for those who are watching, you guys got to visit this park. It's phenomenal. And today is like the perfect day to really be a part of nature. Because during 9/11, I don't know, it was a lot going on and we didn't have time to be a part of nature. We were running from outside, right, Shannon? We were all in uncertain about our future. Look at that. Look at that. Is that the moon? Wow. You got the moon going on there too.
It's very pretty. It's a nice trail.
It is beautiful. Wow. We have so much. Look at that. We have so much to be grateful for. We have phenomenal parks in America, places we can go sit down freely and breathe clean air. Hopefully it's clean air. Sometimes you don't know what the government be doing. They're just pushing it out there, right there. I'm just saying.
No.
So you got to figure out if it's clean or not. You know, we got to catch a good pocket of clean air. So yeah, that is so good, Trey. You know, the space that you're in, we appreciate those kinds of spaces. We need that kind of space all the time.
I need it after work. I gotta walk.
You've got to.
Yeah.
You've got to, Trey, to air out and just touch nature, let your brain air out, you know, your mind, your heart, and restore and recover again, right? What an amazing trail. How long is the trail?
Like 3 miles or so, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
pretty nice.
Wow. You know, that looks like freedom to me. You know, not too many people could say that across the world, that they have a free space. We're very fortunate to have many free spaces.
We're definitely freer than
we have to fight for it.
Than we believe.
Oh yeah. Sometimes they have to fight for it. Fight you know, the challenge the municipalities to budget in, you know, to take care of our parks, to create more green spaces. But that's okay. We have the opportunity to create a better surrounding, a better environment for us compared to so many others across the world. So that's why, you know, I asked a question like, you know, being 18 is a newfound freedom and discovery. What does it mean to you guys to be old or getting older? And what affects your freedom the most? You guys who are watching us on YouTube, please hit us up. Tell us about it.
Yeah, that's such a broad question. You had asked about growing older or reaching the age of 18.
Yeah, because you know, at 18, you're supposed to be, you know, everything is new. You have a new freedom. You're a young adult. You know, you're discovering. But what does it mean to you, to any of us, to be 18 or older, and and how it affects our freedom, being 18 and older?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting question. You know, I think when you turn 18, unless you kind of already lived such an adult life, you were 17 last year. You can't think about that. You were 17 last year. So, you know, I don't think that you have really, you know, at 18, I don't think you really have lived or have an understanding of certain things at that age, because you just transitioned. You transitioned from an older child into an official legal adult, but it doesn't mean that you're an adult. I have a different definition of it. What I knew at 18 years old was totally different from what I knew when I was 25, from when I was 30, on up and up and up and up and up. And you ask, what does it mean in terms of freedom? What are you asking within that question?
Like, what affects your freedom the most? I mean, because, you know, we're just exploring, because based upon most 18-year-olds, this is in general, they believe emotionally and socially that they're 18, they're old enough to do what they want to do. Because that's how I felt when I was 18.
You're the legal
However,
age.
I got a
Yeah.
shock of my life.
Oh
First of all,
yeah.
culture shock, social shock, financial shock. I wasn't as free as I thought I was because I was still living with my parents.
Yeah. I mean,
So a lot of things
um,
came as a shock to me. So, what affects our freedom the most is moving out. Are we actually financially free to move out, to actually do the things we would like to do, even just to be able to discover? We do need a support system, even to make those types of discoveries for us to become independent.
yeah.
Yeah. So, like, what does it mean, and how does it affect our freedom? And at any age, because not just 18, but at any age, because you can get it,
Like
from any
you
perspective.
I mean, for me, I discovered a little bit by bit. Okay. Again,
Right.
what I thought about the same thing at 18, 19 years old changed as life changed when I was 25 or 30 years old. So we learn something every day. You learn as far as freedom, you learn that you need money.
Oh yeah.
You learn
part.
about you need credit for certain things.
Yeah.
You learn that, and here's the harsh one. I think you even learn that people don't care about you. The world doesn't care about you as much as you think they would care about you. And that's based on how your parents may have treated you or how your family accepts you or and that type of stuff. When you get out into that world,
Exactly. It's a whole different ball game.
oh yeah, look, you're renting a place. They want their money. It's a business. They don't care whether you have a place to go or not.
They want their money. The parents. Oh my God.
You don't discover it. I mean, I'm going to speak for myself. I didn't discover it until I started to live a little bit more life and I got older.
Understood.
And I said, you run into different circumstances. You start to observe people. You start to realize everybody's not your friend. It's just it's a very open question. But yeah, I mean, you can't help it. I mean, you probably even said yourself, hey, at the age that we're at, your daughter or your son maybe don't understand it quite yet. To me, my children, they can't unless you are my age. They can't. You might not get that part. Now, I don't want to take away credit from what somebody knows, and I'm not trying to say someone's naive or stupid or any of that type of stuff. But there's stuff that you don't know until you get out there or you get to be a certain age, especially if you live under your parents, and you see how cruel it's. I laugh now, and I'm telling you why I'm laughing. I had to tell my mother this.
All right, big sister Margaret.
I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna say it. As far as freedom is concerned, the rent situation. That's the first time I was like, the rent. When I moved out on my own, rent due, they want it. That's it.
Okay.
They don't want part of it.
Right.
And I said,
you realized they were the landlord and you were the tenant.
It was, and I remember being much younger.
Okay.
And kind of being upset.
Oh.
Because my mother had certain things, living in the house. I won't even call what she charged with rent. I called a donation. It was a very small donation.
Absolutely.
To whatever it was. And I can kick my own self. I said, I wish I could live somewhere.
Oh, wow.
For what she had charged.
Oh, wow.
But, based on what we pay now. But, I mean, so I think it's life experiences.
Absolutely.
I really do.
Absolutely.
You got to learn it for yourself. You're not free to roam and things are gonna
Like the
fall into
wolves.
place.
Yeah, like
You
the
gotta
wolves.
work. You gotta
Yeah,
work. You gotta
yeah.
get some type of money coming in. You gotta find a place to live. You
Absolutely,
know,
absolutely,
hey,
absolutely.
mom
It's a
and
whole
mom and
mind
daddy, whoever
shift.
may not help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
First jobs, moving out, moving in.
First jobs, you
Yeah,
know, and I
yeah,
just think that's what it is. Not
exactly,
not saying.
exactly.
Look, ask anybody. I know I
It's
keep saying
real.
it. It's funny to me.
It's real.
What
It's
you
real.
what you knew what you knew and the understanding, and you can admit it. We can all admit it.
Exactly.
What we knew
Exactly.
and what we understood or didn't quite get at 19 years old versus
Oh, we
now.
got it. Oh yeah, we got it at 25. By the time we reached 30, I really understood. After having my first child, I really understood. I was like, oh, this is it.
I said, why
And
didn't somebody
I got
tell
it
me?
quickly. I got it
But
real quickly.
or even it's like even now, I know for me it's like that's what they were talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what they
yeah.
were talking about. I
Exactly.
didn't get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
At the time.
you know,
At the time, yeah.
um
If I was
we
18, again, I
yeah.
don't know. I don't, I'm kind of glad to be the flavor that I am now. If I was 18, I
Me
knew
too.
what I knew now. I probably would
Hmm.
have done things differently and been more
Yeah.
considerate with my parents,
Yeah.
giving me a roof over my head and
Yes.
and what I'm saying is a lot of things I would have probably having better understanding, I would have tolerated a bit longer. And maybe
Yeah.
I think that I would have taken a different approach from
Yeah.
and I wouldn't have taken as long as I did is what I'm saying. I would have moved more in terms of wisdom, but that's okay
Yeah.
because here I am now as an older person. And, I asked the question, what is old? Is it just a number or a state of mind? What affects our freedom? Growing older, sometimes your experiences as an older person, sometimes it's almost like that of a younger person. It depends
Yeah.
on where you are, your environment, and how you're treated, how the community treats you. So sometimes I
Yeah.
get, just like you said, the way people treat you at 18, sometimes you're dismissed, sometimes you're not
Hmm.
acknowledged. And that's how, sometimes as a senior, that's how people are treated as a senior until they
Yeah.
begin to talk, until they begin to share their experiences and things like that, and their knowledge and understanding. And
And understand. Yes.
they are treated with value. We all must be valued. And we all must know we are irreplaceable regardless. So yeah, it's a culture shock in so many different ways, growing older and being younger. So this is why I'm learning more from our younger people than I ever have,
Yeah.
because that's how the world has changed so much. Technology, you got to do everything online or integrate technology or some kind of way into your life, and you need young people to help you to do that. And we all grow and develop individually. So yeah, it's a number. Sometimes it's a state of mind, and it comes with experience, which is a good thing. You just got to find out how.
It does.
Never be out there loosey-goosey. Find out how, because if not, it's going to be a whole nother party that you ain't ready for.
Oh, yes,
And the
Lord.
party might not end well. I'm just saying.
Yes, Lord.
So yeah. So being a landlord, I found out who the landlord was, and then I became one. I was like, oh my God. Exactly.
Well, we have our exiting music for the evening.
Absolutely, yes.
So-
I hear you, Trey. So yeah,
So
we'll be back on Sunday, hopefully. And actually, we'll keep everybody posted. Remember, we are alternate Sundays, and this Sunday is supposed to be our next show, but we'll keep everybody posted. But definitely every Wednesday is our mental health check-in. We've got some great shows coming up. We're still going to be coming back at you with not just about hair, but the effects of hair. And because the last time we talked about how it affects our students and the effects of Black people, the historical effects on Black hair and the contributions that people have made concerning Black hair. And we'll be coming back at you on our upcoming shows with that. In October, we'll be climbing the mountain of healing and grief in October. Together, we're going to be bringing awareness and support to better understand the healing process and grieving with none other than the poet and the Galaxy of Poets crew initiative. And we're excited about that. And we're also going to be coming at you with the healing process in November with another guest to be announced. So that's it for us. And again, please don't forget to share your mindset on what age means. Don't forget to share your mindset on what we talked about tonight, and just what you want to talk about in general. And because we're here to support you, we are here to keep the momentum going in wellness, mental health, emotional wellness, and mental health support for you. And what affects us, what affects you might also affect us. We want to know how to support that. And we are increasingly on the move to become more informed in those things. So please don't forget to hit us up also at Just Stop It MS, juststopitmindset.com. Again, that is juststopitms.com. And also at IG, at actually on YouTube. You guys know us on YouTube. At Just Stop It JTIR. YouTube, JTIRE at YouTube. Don't forget to also, you can leave us some comments at the under our reels, Please subscribe, like us and subscribe, and leave us some comments. You can leave us some information there too. And again, we thank you, Big Sister Margaret, Joy, Ariel, Joe, and Auntie Kim. Thank you so much. Right, and again, we'll be coming back, and our Trey Wiz giving us that amazing view at the park tonight. Natural environment, we need that to keep our mental health check going. We need to be in touch with nature. Love you guys, love you JTI team. So Trey, you want to take us out? Can you take us out, or next week? I see you, but I can't hear you. All right. Well, Trey will be back with us next week. Again, thank you, Trey, for sharing that amazing view with us. And thank you, Opulent One, for sharing with us tonight. And we continue to pray with you as you pass through the healing process too. Right? So Trey, I see you. And again, so please share with us what you want us to talk about. All right? And we'll be back at you on Wednesday, on this Sunday, hopefully, and every Wednesday thereafter. Peace, love, and joy. Stay free, and happy 9/11 to those who made it and those who are still supporting. We love you much, like no other. All right, Trey.
Subscribe to anybody who's not a part of anything pushing me forward. It's harder to do than it's easier to say than to do, but when you work yourself to that point, honestly, people who are not benefiting me, people who are not pushing me forward, any of my causes or anything. What's up, Molly? Shout out to Molly too. That's the man right there. That's the inspiration for all of this.
Absolutely, Molly. Thank you for coming through. Now, I have to laugh. I'm just laughing to myself today because you say, I'm just thinking about something. Ariel, shout out to Ari, my youngest.
Shout out to Ari.
I used to tell her, she used to tell me, sometime when people used to, I don't know, customer service has really changed over the past years or so.
Don't talk to me about it.
You got, right. Trey,
started, just a friendly disclaimer. We're not a medical advice. We do not subscribe to medical advice. We are sharing information to enhance your life, to enhance your mental health. And again, this is just a friendly disclaimer. Anything concerning our videos is not intended for a medical professional. It does not replace any medical professional advice. Please seek your medical professional team for anything concerning your mental health, physical health. Again, we are here for you.